So that's crazy. Okay? But that's what we actually need to do. So hopefully that already, now several comments. Okay? It's very computationally expensive, but it's optimal in the case that it gives you the lowest SAD. Okay? And it's actually highly regular. And it's very easy to parallel compute. Right? You can assign one processor doing all these this quadrant, another processor doing this quadrant, another processor doing this quadrant. There's no problem. Okay, it's highly parallel in nature. So in hardware, sometimes people do parallel computations just to reduce the complexity or keeping up with the communication rate. Okay. Now, but another thing that we can do is to investigate suboptimal motion estimation, right? One thing that we can always do is to reduce the search area, right? We make the search area very small, so that means I don't have too many dots. Okay, maybe I only have to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Or instead of checking all these red dots, okay? So you can always control that, but you have to sacrifice the efficiency of motion estimation, right? Now, another thing is trying different search strategies. You don't have to search all the dots, right? We don't have to search all the dots. Maybe we can get lucky once in a while by just doing a very sparse sampling of the red dot space, right? So there are various type of ad hoc strategies that people use for fast motion estimation. And typically they boil down using two main concepts. Typically it's either some kind of a divide and conquer approach. You kind of break the search area down to different areas and you will only do very sparse sampling. Okay? You check a few number of points. Okay? Or you do some kind of gradient search, where you try to move in the direction that seems to give you the lowest, the best improvement in terms of SAD. Okay, so some combination of these two will give you pretty much all the fast type of search algorithm. Another thing is the multi-resolution type of search algorithms, where instead of searching on the large frame, you search on the lower resolution one. Say, just like the wavelet or the pyramid type of scheme, where you do downsampling to get the lower rate, and then you do full search here. After you do full search here, you try to interpolate the motion vectors and you go back up there. So that's another type again, it's the sampling type of search, where you don't want to check every single thing. You only want to check a small number of candidates. So I'm going to give you just a few very typical fast block motion estimation algorithms. Okay, so this is the search that that people call 2D logarithmic search. Okay, so all the green dots are the one that we're supposed to check. Okay, whatever that we check, I'm gonna mark it by different colors. Say red. Okay, so in the 2D log searches, what we do? We check. Does that show up? Can you see the yellow? This is yellow, this is yellow, this is yellow, this is yellow, this is yellow. So it's like a cross, okay? I'm going to check this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. So five candidates. I check 5 candidates. I find out the one that gives me the lowest SAD so far. Okay? The one that gives me the lowest SAD so far, and I redo this operation on that locality. Okay? So for example, this guy gives me the lowest SAD of the 5, okay? Then I check this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay? And then out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candidates, I find the lowest SAD so far, and then I try to repeat that same deal again. For example, here. Okay? So as you can see, we only check a subset of all the dots that we're supposed to check. And whatever gives you the lowest SAD so far, you declare that the motion vectors. Okay? Now you pay for the optimality, right? Because there's no warranty. There's no warranty. There's no mathematical formula that we we can derive, showing that this search will always identify the best match. Okay? It's only an ad hoc solution. Okay? Maybe you can come up with your own, okay? But let me suggest another one. Binary search, divide and conquer. Divide the search area into 4 regions. Check the midpoints of each region. Check the midpoint of each region. Find out the lowest SAD so far. Divide the region again. Check the midpoints, so on and so forth. Okay? So you can always do something like that. Again, there's no warranty. Okay? But it's fast. Okay, sometimes in order to keep up with the frame rate, you have to do suboptimal coding. Okay? It's part of the engineering trade-off that we do all the time. However, suppose that you really want optimality. Okay? You really want to keep the optimality constraint, but you want to do it fast. You want to do it fast. How do we do it? The concept is called early termination. Remember, we have the double summation with the absolute value. We have the double summation with the absolute value. That cannot decrease. It's monotonically increasing. Okay? Or monotonically non-decreasing. Okay? It cannot decrease. Okay? So early termination means that during the search of something, if it's already above the best that you obtained so far, you don't need to do further investigations, right? Okay? So for example, one thing that we can do is we can do some type of spiral search like this, okay? I start at 0, which is a very nice thing to do, right? 0 means I just take the frame difference, right? That is always a very good starting point, okay? And I find the SAD. So I have a threshold, okay? And then I keep on spirally searching outward. Spirally searching outward, like this, okay? Spirally searching outward. Whenever I cross that SAD that I found, I terminate. If I find a smaller one, if I happen to find a smaller one, I update my best so far. So I lower the bar, okay? Make it more difficult, right? I lower the bar. And when I lower the bar enough, suddenly you will discover that for the search that at the outreach of these things, it's going to be very fast. Because within a few operations, you're already above that bar. So you get terminated. Okay? So in a sense, you're still checking everyone. You're still checking everyone. But you're not going to spend a lot of time doing that double summation accumulations. Okay? You just, if it's over, then we throw it away and we start a new search. Okay? And we need to keep track of the best match so far. That's all we need to do. This search area is being implemented in MPEG-4 and H.263 plus. Okay? So people actually do full search when they do motion estimation. Okay? Next, still optimal, but based on something we call partial matching. And that comes from a very nice observation. The triangle inequality. We all know this, right? The MAD or the SAD is basically, so instead of doing the double summation, I do the single one, but it's over all the plots, okay? This is the absolute value of C minus R, right? Okay? And this is equal to or larger than or equal to the you know, if I put the absolute value outside, right? Okay? So that is equal to this thing. Okay? What is this? Double summation of C, double summation of R. So that's like the average of the block. Average of the current block, and this is the average of the reference block, right? Now, I can do it in one dimension, meaning that I do the average of all the